All right, so now that the power's on, we can actually explore the underbelly of this cruise ship.
I think now that the power's on, we're gonna go back to watching TV.
Oh, maybe.
I heard Family Guy's on this night.
Whoa!
Yeah, you heard about this? He's in Fortnite, and he's not fat.
You know, I had heard about that, and I think it's a crime against the character.
Absolutely.
I think it's fucked up to deny a fat representation in cartoons.
Yeah, wokeness has gone too far.
The fat gang is coming for Tim Sweeney, and I will not stop them.
That's right, that's them right now coming to kill you.
I'm sorry, but just the way, like, the camera changes and suddenly there are 18 guys.
There's just 4 guys ready to kill you. And what's cool is these guys will respawn, so every time you go through this hallway, there will be 4 guys to kill.
Cool, good thing you used up your good weapon on that.
Only like half of it. The other half's for killing them later. Also, I was wrong, now the power's on. We could just open that door. I guess the power's on, like, somewhere.
So, Chirps, on a normal playthrough, do you have to do much resource preservation at this point?
I would say, yeah, on a first playthrough, I was so bad at fighting these guys, and it just did not go well with, like, the health items and anything. Like, if you're willing to, like, you know, farm specific ones for items or kind of, like, go through and collect all of the free weapons, you can kind of get enough off of them, but the fighting them without kind of knowledge of what they do is a struggle.
Okay, but the resource preservation isn't as tight as, say, a Resident Evil. Like, you're still, like, have a lot of space to just kind of fuck around.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, I guess the main gameplay is the, you know, hand-to-hand combat, so it feels like the weapons are more just a thing of making it a bit easier for you. Unless, of course, in some cases where there are just so many of these guys that it feels kind of unreasonable to do it without.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on my resource management in Final Fight. I gotta preserve this steel bar.
But so that was the final laser section of the game. It's much more precise than any of the other ones, which makes it a lot harder. I definitely remember on my first playthrough, I probably died there like 15, 20 times. Which means from the save point down in that room, you have to run up, you have to fight those 4 guys, you have to turn on the elevator, you have to come back up, and you have to do it again.
Well, yeah, Chirps, it's your final test of sight, and it sounds like you need better glasses.
It's true. My prescription was bad, and now it's better.
Who's the random Dutch guy on here that we never meet?
You know, I wish we knew. These are just the guys that were in the meeting that all died. I wish that they played a bigger role, or that they, like, were, like, part of Tekken lore, but unfortunately, as far as I know, there's just nothing. They just dropped a bunch of, you know, European names.
Developers, maybe?
Oh, God, that'd be so cool.
I mean, I gotta say, if you want, like, a film that's rich man, like, the Dutch were culturally made for that.
Right? Well, unfortunately, they were killed before they could do anything truly heinous on this cruise ship. Unless maybe they were, like, involved in this whole, like, cyborg scheme, right? I don't know.
Probably.
They show up every time, they go on, and thankfully you can just run past them once you, like, know what you're doing.
They're like, oh, no problem, we'll wait for the next one.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Chirps, I don't know, I feel if, like, the Dutch were involved with these cyborgs, they wouldn't show out the extra money to get them pants.
Yeah, that had to be someone else's idea, right?
Yeah?
Like, there was, like, a Russian guy there who's like, oh, you need them, you know, just for decency's sake.
Ah, the classic cruise ship morgue.
That's right.
This is where they keep all the big fish they catch.
It's like Disneyland. You can't just have dead bodies around the cruise ship.
That's right. But this is also where they keep all of the European diplomats.
That's fair.
Right, but if you, if you're born on a cruise ship, you get to sail for free.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this guy's fingerprints are gonna be that important.
I don't know. He has the highest level security, and we can never use enough. We could never have enough of those. Anyways, we're gonna go through all of these to collect all the fingerprints.
God. So, anybody seen any good movies recently?
You guys reading good books?
I read the Tekken 5 strategy guide.
Oh. Learn any good tips?
So, turns out there's a secret move you can do called the Electric Wind God Fist.
Okay. Yeah, tell me about it.
You can do it.
Okay. Oh, that one was empty. Ah, the fool me
man.
once.
Nina gets on. She's like, slide.
Dutch guy, too cheap to even get put into a morgue.
Yeah. You know, Jay, it would be fun if Nina got on and there was like a secret item hidden inside.
Yeah.
I just don't know how we'd get out.
She goes down like the Princess Secret slide from Mario 64.
Oh.
I do like that this cruise ship has a coroner who is so dog shit at his job that he does, cut them up at the chest in a diagonal cut, all of them, no matter what.
Well, they all died the exact same way, I think. I think it was all poison gas from that from that attack.
That does not excuse these cuts.
I like the idea of like, well, we killed all these people. I guess just to make sure, we'll make sure it was the poison that got them.
Yeah. I mean, he's no Dr. Boskanovich, that's for sure.
Yeah, I gotta say, this morgue sure is a regular, it's a small world, eh?
Anyways, you can just leave that open now. Doesn't matter. You can see it in the background, it's still open.
This is just so funny to me because, like, almost every survival horror game will have, like, a morgue in it because it's just, like, free, like, it's free scare candy. But,
Right.
like, just having it here feels so weird and pointless.
Well, because this is where they're turning all the guys into the cyborgs, which is why they're tattooing barcodes on all of them, as you could see.
Oh my god.
This guy's got one on each arm, he's got one on his chest.
No, I think he came in with
it's the
those.
DRM for the cyborg parts.
Oh.
He was a big hitman guy, but they kept putting them in the wrong place.
Right.
Gotta say, not sure how I feel about barcodes on the arms for this.
And then there's also this guy. I don't know what happened to you.
Oh my god. Look at his thumbprint. They cut it up with tiny knives.
Oh my god. Anyways, that body will never know peace. Because we have to go right back in. Because there's a secret when you come in. One of the cyborgs is alive. Also, I think I misspoke before. These robots, you can jump over them. Some of them is just, like, way harder to do. I think some of them are taller, or, like, the margin by which you can actually jump over them is much smaller than a human. You kind of jump exactly at their height.
I remember there was a part where, like, when you were trying to open or jump over them in the bar, like, the ceiling seemed kind of low. And it seemed like Nina was getting a little hung up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can run into some issues. Anyways, we did all this because he was holding a golden coin.
Hell yeah.
And the rich get richer.
That's right.
Well, like, that's how these guys run. They're coin operated.
Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna ask, like, it seems kind of weird to have it be essential that you have to leave the morgue and go back in, but, it ended up being actually essential.
Yeah. It was very important. But what they do is, with all the cyborgs, they put the little gold coin because, you take everything that you're holding when you go to heaven, and you need to have bus fare.
That's for
to be
Karen.
able to get there.
Yeah.
Also, very cool place to hide it, just behind a plant.
Yeah. There's a lot of important stuff in here, so unfortunately we're also going to have to open every locker here. Thankfully, much faster than opening up every body bag.
I'm not sure about that, honestly.
I disagree. See, it's really important because we picked up, like, our 4th railgun. In fact, let's go see right now.
And also, like, a can of corned beef hash.
Well, yeah. It's essential. Okay, we've got 3 of them.
Are the railguns, like, how are they compared to, like, a Magnum?
You will see.
Okay.
We are going to be showing them off. It's been distinctly important that we have been collecting as many as we have.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if we used one yet or not.
We have not. I've almost used it a number of times, but I'm saving them for something very important.
Gonna walk into a room with 30 cyborgs in a line.
Yeah. Yeah, just in a row and shoot through all of them.
Like, we get to a boss fight and then it just turns into Quake 3.
Oh, that would be cool. It just goes first person.
Chirp is saving them all up for the final boss and then never uses them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're actually carrying them over to, like, New Game Plus Blood Level 7. So it's gotta be a while.
The lockbox in the Steam room, I believe, is the one that includes the infinite railgun on a New Game Plus. So at that point, yeah, you can just trivialize everything, but that's not our choice right now.
But then to get there, don't you have to go through, like, 4 guys each way?
Yeah. You gotta go through a lot to get there. So we now have to enter the codes in order of all of the people that were at the meeting where they died. Thankfully, they're just numbers in sequential order. 45, 56, 67. They really made it easy for us. The hard part is knowing that the last one's 0.
Right, this was, like, all based on, like, what they gave Oppenheimer on Metacritic.
So you gotta be careful, because all of the cyborgs here are sleeping.
It's not being very quiet.
And in between them is the final gold coin.
Oh my god.
We have collected all 30 now.
And there are only 18 more videos until we beat the game.
That's right.
Beats me.
Who's there? I've made contact.
Now, unfortunately, I had my finger on the wrong spot, so I just fucking killed these guys.
They were way...
Very important usage.
Like, you don't understand. Like, those guys' desperation move, it's impossible.
Also, we had to kill them because one of them dropped a machine gun. We wouldn't have been able to pick it up otherwise, so we had to use a gun. Anyways, as you can see, it's the strongest weapon in the game. It does kind of go through enemies, and I think there are very few regular enemies that don't just immediately die to a railgun or 2. It also fires pretty fast, I think, in comparison to a lot of the other weapons that you're given.
Is that like an electronic key or like a normal key that just looks funny?
That's an electronic key.
Oh, okay.
That's a little bit of both.
Nina's like, oh god, when will they invent USB? I hate when I lend somebody my hard drive and they get blood all over it.
So the concept behind this is that there are a number of those combat robots, like the big ones that we fought on Prison Island, that are on this cruise ship, and they have some items that can be used to unlock another part of the ship.
What are they doing on the cruise ship? Are they, like, on vacation?
Yeah.
We meet up with one of them, and they've just got, like, a huge Hawaiian shirt draped over them, and they're wearing little sunglasses.
Basically. But, yeah, so now the goal is to retraverse the cruise ship to each of the places where one of those robots is, and fight them for whatever item they get. And I guess as a heads up, we saw in the office here that there is a Chinese chess board that is missing some pieces. So that's what we're going to end up collecting.
Okay, so this is all mandatory?
Yeah, this is all required.
Oh my god. This feels like some gold coin bullshit.
No, it's all real. And come on, we're over the gold coin bullshit. We had to have a new reason to run around and collect random items again.
Oh god.
Yeah. The punchy ones in particular, I don't know, they have so much range and they fly whenever they attack, it makes it super hard to fight them in groups. Not that I haven't said that all of them are bad to fight in groups, but like these ones in particular.
Literally every robot, you're like, this is the worst one, actually.
Yeah, make up your damn mind.
Every robot since the last one is the worst one, because I have to fight it.
Listen, Jerks, make up your mind. This game is called Death by Degrees, not Think by Degrees.
You're right. Well, I've sentenced them all to death. So.
It should be called Death by Frickin' Cyborg.
Well, see, it's actually a death by degrees because when they heat up all of the minerals at the bottom of the ocean, it causes a world catastrophe.
Oh no!
Anyways, these 4 guys run after you, but they'll just like follow you along. You can kind of kite them. If they get too close, they'll just start attacking, and you can just ignore them.
God, that sound!
It's so cool.
You know, I'm glad that despite them being killer robots, at least they're polite enough to let a lady open her door.
Exactly, right? Look, they still have some humanity to them. Again, like last time, it's kind of like RoboCop.
Well, at this point, they feel more at kin with the door than with the human.
Oh my god.